Thing I want to start doing on my channel is I want to start like reviewing Call of Duty games. I will eventually get to reviewing every Call of Duty game except these ones, but they will not be in any particular order. I'm starting off with my favorite Black Ops 1 first, then next week or whenever I get to it, it'll be World at War. Usually whenever I make a review video, the script is around 5 pages or so because I don't want to make it so like long and tedious. But the one for this video is actually around 9 pages long, and 5 of those pages are just talking about the campaign. So that is why this video will be part 1 of a 2-parter. I'm going to upload this one, which is part 1. Next week is going to be World at War, and then the week after that will be part 2 to this video. The reason I'm doing that is so I can stretch them out and because I don't want to make a video that's like 20 minutes long, because that's how long it would be if I included campaign, multiplayer, and zombies all in one gigantic video. So this is part 1 talking about the campaign because I have a lot to say about it, and then next week or the week after will be part 2 where I talk about the multiplayer and the zombies. Black Ops 1 is the greatest Call of Duty of all time, and I have a lot of information to back up my statement. If you want to go ahead and say Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2 are better, then I respect your opinion, but you're wrong. Black Ops 1 was released on November 9th, 2010. This video, along with all of the other Call of Duty videos I'm going to be doing, will be set into 3 different categories: the campaign, the multiplayer, and the third mode, whether it be zombies or spec ops. Before I get into the campaign, I have to mention Black Ops Cold War. Even though the multiplayer of Cold War isn't great, the campaign is fantastic. Cold War begins the same way that Black Ops 1 did, you, the player, lighting a cigarette, with the only thing visible on the screen at the time for a few seconds being the flame of the lighter. I really like how Cold War and Black Ops 1 start off the same way, and when I first played through the Cold War campaign, I smiled ear to ear when I saw this. I'll break down the Cold War campaign more in depth when I eventually review it. The Black Ops 1 campaign is the best in the series and my personal favorite, with its fun and heart-pounding missions and story. The Black Ops 1 campaign has 15 missions, although it's really more like 13 playable missions, with just 2 of them being long cutscenes. But right now, I'm going to talk about the 2 missions, SSDD and Revelations, being 2 of the greatest missions in COD history, and they're just long cutscenes. SSDD sees you as Mason walking through the Pentagon in one of the best done bits of storytelling in Call of Duty history, and it does it without even letting the player control one tiny bit of it. I went back and replayed through the campaign to get all the gameplay I needed for this video, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Playing through this campaign again, I was inspired to research more about events that happened during the Cold War. If you know how the story goes and how a game or movie ends, it could ruin it on the second watch through or playthrough. There are many points throughout the game where there are tiny little Easter eggs that I didn't notice in my first playthrough. Like, for example, when Reznov saves you from a water-submerged helicopter, he pulls you out and you can actually hear the numbers in the background.
We're going under, Mason!
That's because at this point in the game, Reznov died in the mission Vorkuta, and he isn't there because he's dead. And speaking of Vorkuta, Vorkuta was actually a real labor camp named Vorkutlag that existed during the Cold War, located in Vorkuta, a place within the Soviet Union. I would have never known that if I wasn't inspired to look up historic events of the Cold War. When you and Reznov escape Vorkuta and eventually split up, it comes out around the end of the campaign, although not actually said directly to you that Reznov is dead. If you connect the dots, he's dead. That's the last time you see Reznov as an actual person. Throughout the rest of the game, whenever he appears, he is just a figment of Mason's imagination. How about the 6th mission named Defector? When you escape with intel, Wood says,
Mason, Dragovich, Greshenko, Steiner, all must die.
Are these your men?
Woods, Bowman, I am Reznov.
Victor, what took you so long, Mason? That intel better be worth it.
I understood so many points that turn out to be obvious at the end. what makes campaigns like Modern Warfare 2019 and any other of the 4 Modern Warfare games, along with Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, is they have balls.
Take my advice, rookie. You ever fall for a woman? Make sure she's got balls.
In the first mission of Black Ops 1, you, Woods, and Bowman go to Cuba, invade a mansion, and kill Fidel Castro by shooting him in the face. It turns out later on in that mission that the man you killed wasn't actually Fidel at all. It was just a double mate that looked like him, and Fidel was actually still alive. Just this mission alone stirred up some serious controversy in Cuba at the time. The Cuba government stated, "What the United States government did not achieve in more than 50 years, it now tries to do it virtually." I find Call of Duty campaigns to be the best when they're either based off of a real event in history, or when they stretch the line and proceed into the controversial territory. Although Black Ops 1 only has one mission that really stretches the realm of controversy, Treyarch delivered it in the best way possible. The very first mission of the game sees you, Woods, and Bowman invading Cuba, like I said, and killing Castro, immediately making the claim that this campaign isn't going to be a nice, calm story. Instead, it's going to toss the player back and forth emotionally. Black Ops 1 has so many iconic missions and moments to happen. Without a doubt, every Call of Duty player has heard the phrase,
"The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?"
Vorkuta as a whole is such an iconic mission that years later, in Origins, the Origins main Easter egg would follow these exact 8 steps. Step 1, secure the keys. Step 2, ascend from darkness. Step 3, rain fire. Step 4, unleash the horde. Step 5, skewer the winged beast. Step 6, wield the fist of iron. Step 7, raise hell. And finally, Step 8, freedom. These 8 steps are so perfectly arranged and honestly are one of the most creative things ever designed in any Call of Duty game ever by any developers. Another awesome mission is the 8th mission, Project Nova. This mission sees you going back to the humble days of World War II. You play as Viktor Reznov, and we even see a return from Dmitry Petrenko, the protagonist you play as in World at War. I really like this mission. First of all, it's an insane throwback, which every single weapon you can find in this mission is completely World War II themed. The way the campaign ends is also perfectly executed. The ending cutscene is footage from November 22nd, 1963, also known as the day John F. Kennedy was assassinated. However, there is a rumor still going around today, and it's been going around ever since, that there were 2 gunmen involved. And with the ending,
17, 0, 10, 2, 23, 1, 8, 11, 25, 22, 9, 4,
6.5 millimeter.
9, 23, 1, 12, 0, 12, 16,
11, 22.
6, 12, 8, 4, 1, 6, 2, 10, 2, 1.
Texas. Ascension.
the game makes it look as if Alex Mason was the second gunman. The ending to this campaign is both exciting and pretty creepy, really. Overall, the campaign is the best in this series, with each mission offering something new and exciting. And there we have it. There's the first part to this two-part video. The part 2 of this review will be covering the multiplayer and the zombies. I'm not quite sure when that video is going to be out, but it should be out within the next 2 weeks or so. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye.